Hey there, Longfellow parents and guardians. Let's take just a few minutes to walk through your student's Quarter 1 report package. Our goal? To turn that stack of papers into a really clear picture of how they're doing.
So, let's just dive right into the big question that's probably on your mind. We know these reports can look a little overwhelming at first, but we're going to break it all down so it's simple, clear, and gives you a great starting point for a conversation with your student.
Here's a quick look at what we'll cover. We're going to start by decoding the report card itself. Then we'll link that to attendance and the bigger picture. After that, we'll look at the long-term graduation roadmap and wrap up with the key numbers to remember and who to call if you have questions. All right, so let's jump right in. We want to turn any confusion you might have into confidence, starting with the very first document you'll see in your packet. Okay, this first document is really a snapshot of how the last quarter went. You'll see it breaks down every class, who the teacher is, and most importantly, the credits your student earned. First things first, let's clear up something you might see. If you spot NC in the grade column, that just means no credit. It's not a huge deal, it just means your student didn't quite meet the requirements for that class this quarter, and it's a really good sign that that's a class worth talking about. Now, what about those colored bar graphs you see next to each class? Well, they're actually a super simple visual check on the percentage of credit your student earned. And it's really straightforward. If you see a full bar, that means your student earned 100% of the credit for that class, which is fantastic. A bar that's only partially full or empty is just a heads up that they earned less than the max. And that's your cue to look a little closer at their grade. So here is the key number to look for on this page: 2. Students have the chance to earn up to 2 credits every single quarter. Just look for the total at the bottom of the page and see how your student's number stacks up to that 2.00 goal. It is by far the quickest way to see if they're on pace. Okay, let's move on to the second document. This page is all about connecting the dots between those daily habits, like attendance, and their big long-term goals. You're going to find an attendance percentage for Quarter 1 right on this page. Now, the school-wide goal for every single student here at Longfellow is to have an attendance of 85% or higher. And why does this one number matter so much? Well, because as the document says, high attendance is absolutely necessary to earn full credit. It's one of the biggest factors for staying on track. I mean, it makes sense, right? You got to be in the classroom to learn and earn those credits. And to help make sure students can get to school on time, every time, the school recommends the MY Ride app. You can get it for both Apple and Android phones, and it lets you track the bus in real time. It really helps take some of the guesswork out of the morning. Now for the third and, the most detailed document in the whole packet. But don't let it scare you. Just think of this as your student's complete, personalized roadmap all the way to graduation. I know. At first glance, it just looks like a whole bunch of boxes and numbers. But I promise you, it's actually much, much simpler than it looks. It's really just a big checklist showing every single thing they need to do to earn that diploma. The entire document really just boils down to these 2 columns for each subject. You've got the earned column, which shows everything they've already completed and checked off the list. And then you have the need column, which shows what's left to do. It's just a simple running tally of their progress. Here's a great little trick for using this document to check if your student is on pace for the whole year. You want to see that they're earning right around 6 credits each school year. It's a fantastic benchmark to keep in mind. All right, we've made it through the 3 main documents. So let's just do a super quick recap of the most important numbers to remember and who you can reach out to if anything comes up. First up, remember that quarterly target, 2 credits. It is the fundamental building block for everything else. And of course, those quarterly credits add up to the yearly goal of about 6 credits. Hitting this mark is what keeps your student on that steady path toward graduation day. Next up, attendance. You want to aim for that 85% mark, or even better, higher. It's the foundation for earning those credits in the first place. And finally, the ultimate goal, the magic number for a Longfellow diploma, 21.5 credits. That's the finish line. Look, if any part of this report brings up a question, doesn't matter if it's about a specific grade, attendance, even transportation, please do not hesitate to reach out. Here's a list of key staff members who are here and ready to help you. Now that you've got the tools to understand this report, the most important next step is to have a conversation with your student. So we'll leave you with this final thought to help get that dialogue started. We really hope this explainer was helpful.